Happy Book Talk Tuesday. Y'all, it's baseball season. I love baseball and it's playoff season. So, Astros are playing today. This is we hoping they're going to win this game because we would love for them to go to the World Series. Yep, we're going to talk about baseball today. I have always loved the game of baseball. I played softball for a few years growing up before I ended up choosing swimming as my sport. But I did enjoy playing softball. So we have lots of different baseball books. We have fiction and nonfiction. What is the World Series is in the What Was series. And then we also have like nonfiction baseball books. So if you want, like, this is a VIP pass to a pro baseball game. So it takes you into like the press box and into the stands and into the like behind the scenes kind of things, down into the locker room, dugout. It's not kind of cool. So if you're, something you might be interested in, I've never been in the press box or the dugout of an actual real baseball stadium. Of course, we've got all the teams. We have all the teams. This one's the best one, so I recommend this one first. But we have all the baseball teams. And on these, they have an AV2 at the bottom. So every book in our nonfiction section that has that AV2 at the bottom, if you turn right next to the table of contents, let me do it over this way. If you turn next to the table of contents, there's a code right up here. You go to this website. There's a website, AV2Books.com, and then you type in this code, and it gives you even more good information about the Astros. So that's pretty awesome. We also have biographies about, I need to fix my camera, about different players. He's one of my favorites, so I'm just holding him up. Okay, and then we have lots of chapter books. So as I was kind of trying to decide what to share with you today, I decided this is going to be another 2-weeker because we won't go 3 weeks. We'll just do 2 weeks of baseball because there just are so many. So if you normally read sports books and you have talked to me about them before, then you know about Tim Green. Tim Green was a former NFL player. He also studied law while he was playing football, and then he started writing books for middle grades, and he is fantastic, fantastic. So he has some with Derek Jeter too. So he has football and baseball books, mostly football, but his Derek Jeter books that he wrote with Derek Jeter are obviously baseball, because if you are not aware, Derek Jeter is a former baseball player. All right, we also have Gabby Garcia's Ultimate Playbook. This is now a series, so I need to get the see how many books are in the series because we only have this first one. So Gabby Garcia loves baseball. She loves it. She's good at it. She's on a great team. She's got a winning streak going, and then she moves. So it kind of throws a wrench in her plans, but she is determined, and she has a playbook for everything, and she is going to accomplish her goals no matter what. Okay, and Heat, this is by Mike Lupica. So I've talked about him too. If you are interested in baseball books or football, he has a couple of basketball and a couple of soccer as well. So Mike Lupica is also a sports writer, and I have heard him on ESPN radio when I've been in the car with my husband. I don't normally listen to ESPN radio, but he listens all the time. Anyway, this book is great. It's about a boy named Michael, and he comes to America from Cuba. They're refugees. His dad is leading their family to try and get them from Cuba to the United States, and he ends up getting here with just his older brother, who's 17. Well, this kid Michael is an amazing baseball player. He's got an arm like nobody's business, and he's playing baseball. And I don't know if you're familiar with sports, but like if you're 12 years old, like if you're 16 years old, you cannot play in a 12-year-old league. That would not be fair. So people are starting to think that he is not the age he says he is, but he does not have a birth certificate because it's still in Cuba. But they can't let anybody know that it's just the two of them living here because both of them are under 18 and they'll end up in foster care. So it's a dilemma. Really good book. Really good book. And then Goodbye, Mr. Spalding. I love this one too. This is about some kids who they live in an apartment complex across from the stadium in Philadelphia, from the baseball stadium. And so people would sit on the rooftops of their apartments to watch the games. And they would invite family over and have big parties on the rooftops watching the games. Well, they weren't paying for the game, so the owner of the team decided, well, this is ridiculous. We're not making much money. We need to make more money, and we are going to build up that back wall high enough to where all those people who are sitting on their rooftops are going to have to pay for tickets. They can't just watch for free. Well, the kids are bound and determined to do something about that. They're saying it's not fair. You just they want to stop this at all costs. So it's another great book about standing up for things that you believe in and doing it the right way. There's a right way and a not so good way to go about doing things. If you want your voice to be heard, you need to make sure you're doing it the right way. Anyway, those are just a few. I'll have these over in our Book Talk Tuesday display, and then next week we'll talk about some more baseball books. But in the meantime, you guys be rooting for those Astros because they play today. Have a great day. Go read some great books.